I realize MMORPG lovers are divided into two different factions. The first community love to play an anime base, but the other community prefer to play no anime base, which is realistic graphic looks, and I noticed the developer now should try to create the realistic one, because we all know how the golden era of the classic MMORPG ran amazingly and exists for a long period of time. Our team tries to give an update about it. Remember to like this video and please enjoy the video of Top 10 Best Realistic MMORPG Games 2025 Mobile. No anime MMORPG games for Android 2025 and iOS. Legend of Ymir. Finally, we get the newest MMORPG with the most powerful engine right now, which is Unreal Engine 5. It's pretty insane how the mobile game now can handle this engine. It's just a dream come true. Hopefully, more games developers will be triggered by this innovation. This is a cross-platform MMORPG for mobile and PC with a great attention to detail and lets the player try the entire hero skill. Before we select our character that will be the best, the combat mechanism is showing how realistic it is, with a less flashy effect skill making the player able to see the whole action in detail. While doing a mission, it will represent a cinematic visual while the NPC does a voiceover. If you wonder how the game mechanism is, yes, it's full of auto. For the pathfinding as well as the combat, we only need to adjust the camera angle to see the better visual. No wonder, because mobile games now mostly have an auto feature. The skill animation is exactly the same as the game's trailer. I will really appreciate how the developer are making the actual gameplay footage into the next level. Legend of Ymir has a Viking atmosphere by the graphic appearance. Unfortunately, it's a gender lock. I hope in the next update they made an option to pick a male or a female. Absolutely the best new MMORPG 2025, PC, Android and iOS. WYDM or White M. This is a new release MMORPG on mobile. But I would love to help the developer to get a wider player notice about this game, because I can get a great experience as it has a high potential to become the best new MMORPG on mobile. It has a classical MMO vibes from the graphic and how the character design looks. The most interesting thing that I have never experienced on any MMO on mobile is we can attack the enemy while we are riding a pet. It's pretty unique and it will boost the player attack status then. Once we get a new level, then we can build up our own hero based on the status points that we are focusing on by placing the point to a different status, like a strength, dexterity, intelligence, or contribution. The trait system will unlock once our hero reaches a higher level. But honestly, we can get multiple levels faster by clearing any main or set mission. The game's combat mechanism is pretty simple because the auto feature will help the player to grind the enemy. The good thing is all of the enemies have a closer distance between each other. That will make the player easier to grind. YWDM or White M will become the most played MMORPG 2025, while the game only needs a small size, about 1.4 GB in total. Odin Valhalla Rising. I've been waiting for this game for so long. Wish the developer would start making it to global. Once the game is launched, I would like to get a new phone to play it, because it needs a high-end phone to run the game into the highest setting. But trust me, when you start playing it, I guarantee you will get so excited about the game. It's truly magnificent in graphic, panorama, and how far the view distance looks so detailed in visual. Even there is no dead end along you explore the world. It's because it has 100% open world base without using any portal or a loading screen. Through a large-scale multiplayer combat, making the player can make a team up and grind the experience together. The medieval era is well represented on the whole object, especially when you arrive at a village with a beautiful music background. The combat mechanism is quite simple by an auto, but the skill showcase is really good with a small sparkling effect skill, making it become the most realistic MMORPG games 2025 for Android and iOS. Arthdal Chronicles 3 Power. If you know this game, that means you are a legend. Even the game is only available in a certain country, but not many content creators want to show this game. It's kind of a hidden upcoming MMORPG game that we need to anticipate. If you notice the graphics, surely the developer want to adjust the level of the mobile platforms. Because no matter how high your game setting is, the plant can't get sharper in detail. They reduce the plant and vegetation effect to reduce the laggy or heat level. Such a great idea, so the player player can still enjoy the main hero's appearance in detail as well as the enemy. The game's combat mechanism is really good, and I will declare it's become one of the best action MMORPG games on mobile. While hitting the enemy, we can move the hero and get the best direction to unleash your attack. Unfortunately, the skill's name is really distracting the screen, which is located in the middle of the player's point of view, especially when we are releasing the skill. Arthdal Chronicles is the best MMORPG game for Android iOS 2025. ArcheAge WAR. After I replayed the game, suddenly I was shocked with the experience I had. The last time I feel like the game needs a lot of work to improve the rendering system, because it makes a laggy issues, but now the developer successfully enhanced the visualization to the next level and we can play the game way smoother right now. Once I reached the bigger village, I realized how many players are selective on playing it. I think this MMORPG is getting more attention from the player, especially if you have a mid-range points level. The game's combat mechanism is able to hunt by itself by tapping the main quest button and also the combat. There is no energy needs or any indicator that we need to be concerned about while in the combat. It's quite newbie friendly and the tutorial is pretty clear to explain the whole mechanism system. ArcheAge WAR is the best no-anime MMORPG games for mobile 2025. Where wins meet, are you all ready to see what is the best action MMORPG 2025 if we are apprised by the action? The answer will be so easy. This game is one of the most beautiful action hack and slash games. I can't even believe if this game has a MMORPG genre. It's too good actually. The prologue is pretty long and we will be shown by so many storyline and cinematic scenes. A Chinese games developer has successfully delivered the tradition, cultures, and also how the atmosphere is to the global player. Where Winsmith has a complete action movement, like we can do multiple jumping, climbing the wall or a tree, swimming also. The attention to detail is the next gen level. Just imagine, we can slash any random tree around, then the random physics effect looks so realistic. The game's combat mechanism is the one that I would like to be concerned about. It has a parry skill, counterattack, dodge, and switching 3 different weapons are possible. Anticipating, reflex, and timing is the key to win the combat. Night Crows. I remember how this game came to mobile with the first English MMO that was made by an Unreal Engine 5. It's still not optimized perfectly, especially on graphic. When I play on mobile, the plant and also the vegetation sharpness is reduced into a lower quality. I expected the Unreal Engine 5 game should show us more details in visual, but overall it's a great classical MMO if you love to play a simple and easy to play game. Every action can be done by an auto, even the combat seems so clunky at all. The hero can't drag the skill and lock a different area to unleash, even the hero only stands still on the one position while attacking. Overall, the action needs to improve and become way more mobile. In-game, we can explore the world faster when we reach a higher landscape by doing a glider. It's quite effective on reaching a further spot and saving our time. Noah Online World. Finally, we have no auto-play MMORPG on this list. We should play manually for pathfinding and also no auto-attack or even skill. That's not the most interesting part we should know. It's a perfect classic MMORPG because we can do so many important actions like trading and open a stall and just leave the game while selling the items. It's a great features that I think all of the MMORPG games should have right now. So the game will create a huge microtransaction and push the free player to grind more items through killing the enemies. It's becoming no pay-to-win MMORPG. Every player has the same chance to build their equipment level. As long as they spend more time to grinding, the developers are not focusing on the storyline, but they give us a freedom to explore the world without any limit. Everything looks so simple in graphic, but it's a good thing to make the game run smoothly. Raven 2. Surprisingly, this game attracts more players than I expected. When you set the number of the maximum player can be seen on the screen, then you will realize how the game can maintain the massive player at once. The game doesn't show any single laggy right now. It's a great progress how the Raven 2 mobile turns into a perfect MMO for mid-range points level. While in combat, I wonder why there is no damage number at all. Do any of you know the reason why? I think I prefer to see the game that is showing the damage number to represent as an indicator of our combat power. It has a medieval era by the atmosphere. The world seems so wide even if you need a lot of time to reach the mission. Most of the mission will need to be reached by exploring more than 100 meters. Once we move into the other places, we'll not to go through the portal without any loading screen. The game's combat mechanism uses a single tap and click. The monster level seems so high. We need to wield the weapon more to kill a single enemy. 12. Sky to Global. I was waiting for this game to release globally when I tried the game in beta. The game didn't reach 1GB at all, it's just less than 1GB, but the game's quality is really good. It reminds me of the golden era of MMO where the games represent no autoplay and should be done manually on every action. When I try to explore the world, the enemy will respawn randomly, especially if their level has a huge gap between the player, so we need to see the enemy's level first before entering the combat because I have died several times. The trade system is on development, as well as the PK features will be opened up when the game releases globally in 2025. Unfortunately, it only did one-time beta testing. I hope the developer try to make the second beta so we all can experience the progress of the updating feature. Bonus 12 Sky MW. I'm pretty sure this is the first time you see this MMO, right? I will go straight to the main point about the game's mechanism. Before entering the combat, we should adjust the combat method by auto-hunting or stationary hunting. It's good to stick in one location only to green a specific material or a good. Honestly, it has a small world. In fact, we can teleport ourselves by using a teleport scroll and it's unlimited. There is so many things we can do to improve the combat, by enhancements, refine, crafting, and also upgrading. We can learn a new skill by consuming the skill points or increasing the skill mastery that we have learned before. These all are the best graphic MMORPG 2025 games we should play and anticipate for. I need your help to support this channel by tapping a like and subscribe. See you on the next video. Thanks.